This is a tutorial for the NCTest app. In this tutorial, I'm going to focus on the EOG for English Language Arts. So this tutorial will apply for grades 6 through 8. When the student comes to their testing computer, they will see the name, the student ID number, and the school. You'll also see the name of the test. If any of this information is incorrect, please tell your test administrator or your teacher immediately so that they can make sure that you get the appropriate computer and the appropriate test. Do not hit start until your test administrator tells you to do so. So a little bit about the test format. For the English Language Arts, you'll probably see a passage on one side of the screen and then your question and answer choices on the other side of the screen. You'll see your name, school name, and what number you are on at the top of the screen. So in this sample, I'm on question 1 of 4. You also have different options for how you can interact with the test. So I can flag a question if I want to come back to it later. I can check this box right here that will flag it or unflag it. I can also select the flag button and it will flag the question. I can mark out answer choices by selecting. So I just clicked on that strikeout tool and I can strike out answer choices if I want. I can't deselect every single question. If I want to take away my X, I have to come back over here and click to get my pointer. Then if I was selecting D, I actually need to select D. So notice that it is darkened in. That way I know that that is my answer. If I want to clear anything that I've done on the question, I can hit this back arrow and that will reset the question. So notice now my question is back at the beginning. The highlighter tool, I can highlight anywhere on the text or on the question. If I want to cancel out some highlighting, I would select the highlight tool with the strikeout. And I'm just clicking and then dragging with my mouse pad to unhighlight. If I want to unhighlight everything to clear all the highlight, I would select the highlighter tool with the X to clear off all my highlighting marks. If you have any questions about any of the symbols or tools at the top or at the bottom of the page, you can select the question mark. And then this will give you a guide of what each symbol means and what it will do. So I'm just going to answer A just for the sake of answering. To move through the questions, I'll hit the next button. You can also hit the back button to go back and forth. The other button in the middle is pause, so you can pause the test, like if you are in a pause of the test taking time, or if you go to the bathroom, you can hit the pause. You do have a countdown, so you cannot be paused on the test for more than 60 minutes, otherwise your test will be invalidated. If you accidentally hit exit out of the test pause, it will remind you, are you sure you want to exit the test without completing it? And so in this case, you're definitely going to want to hit cancel to make sure you finish the test. To continue on with the test, I hit the continue button and then I'm back right where I left off. I'm going to flag this question so you can see what that does when I flag a question. And then gives me more options. One of the things about the test with the passage is you can move the lines. So if you're having trouble reading a section and you want to just see a little bit more, you can move these segments. And you can also scroll. So this question doesn't have the need for a scroll, but sometimes passages get a little bit long. And so you might need to scroll on the page to see the whole passage. At the end of the test, you'll see your test summary, and it'll tell you how many questions you answered out of how many items. So I only answered 3 out of the 4 questions, and I flagged 1 question. So I want to go back. I definitely want to go back to that question and make sure that I answer it. So to go back and notice that number 2 is blank, so I did not answer it, I can just select the number 2 and it will take me directly to number 2. So then I can mark my answer and then go directly back to the review page. If you flagged a question, it will show a question mark. So please be sure to go back and look at those questions that you have flagged, because there might be something that confused you or you want to take a look again at the question. When I'm ready to end the test, I will hit End Test, and then it reminds you, are you sure you want to end the test? And you would say, no, I need to go back and review my answers. Make sure that you are giving the best version that you can. Once you do that and you are sure that you are ready, you'll hit End Test and then End Test again. And then you'll come to a screen that says you have completed the test, and then you will exit out of the app. If you have any questions about the NCTest app, please do not hesitate to ask your teacher. I'm sure they will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Make sure that you feel comfortable when it comes time to actually take the test. All right. Good luck.